Morning, everyone. Um, Permission to Breathe Day 15th of January. Kelly Davis here, timeline therapist, hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, and life and business coach. So I had a thought this morning on this conscious breathing. If you've just tuned into this on today, I've been doing I started with 1 minute a day on the 1st of January in the hope that I'd build up by 1 minute a day until the 31st of January. And what it's really turned into is that I am, it was supposed to be conscious breathing. I found myself consciously breathing through a lot of things, and it's not just by doing a particular exercise every day, but it is actually focusing on my breath for large parts of the day and doing specific exercises. So this morning and yesterday specifically with my skipping, I found that I had much more control when I was focused on my breathing rather than focused on what my body was doing. The rhythm was a lot easier. While I was watching Netflix last night, I watched a series for a couple of hours, and during probably 90% of watching that, I managed to keep conscious of my breathing. The other thing that I've done very consciously and I'm certainly paying a lot more attention to is my eating. One, what I am eating, how I prepare it. And number three, when I sit down to eat it, that I show some gratitude for the process of actually receiving it. It's not a prayer to God or anything like that. It's more of a, wow, there were thousands of people that were involved in this process that put this on my plate in order for me to get it. And so there's a sense of gratitude about firstly having it, because there are a lot of people who don't have it, and the process by which it's gone through and all the people that were involved. It's just some sense of gratitude for it. I'm feeling a lot calmer, a lot more energized. I have followed my 2,000 steps a day program as well through Isagenix. I skipped on move day because I was hauling a lot of boxes up and down stairs and spent most of my day doing that. So I gave myself a break on move day. And there was a day last week that I'd hurt my back, but otherwise I've stuck to it, and I've made up the 2,000 skips in other skipping sessions around those to make sure that by the time I get to the end of the month, I have at least done 2,000 skips a day. I'm finding that following a routine is helping tremendously. So even though my goal was to reach just 31 minutes of breathing, I have started to I have a routine around a number of other things that I'm doing, especially on a spiritual basis, and all of that is, I feel more comfortable and more confident in who I am currently. And considering we're all stuck at home and we have nowhere to go, I am finding it particularly helpful. Perhaps it would help you. I have a calendar of January stuck up currently to record when I do certain things, and specifically it started with the skipping, but it has gone to other things as well, which I do on a daily basis or a number of times a day. And just by marking them off and sort of keeping track is sort of keeping me focused on myself inwardly and what I need to be doing. I have some big plans, as I've said before, for the next few months, and these small daily goals, or having a calendar up in front of me with sort of to be able to gauge where I'm at. I can physically gauge the difference in my body, but also just for me visually to have a visual guide of where I'm at, what I've achieved, where I'm going, where I've missed the ball, where I can pick it up again. I'm finding that incredibly helpful, given that we have very little routine in our lives at the moment. The other thing that I've done is that I have I sold my TV. So though I watch a small bit of Netflix on documentary-wise things, I listen to the news once a day just for a catch-up, and I keep it very short just to get the general idea of what's going on, but I keep away as much as possible from the news and from just watching rubbish on the TV. I also stay out of a routine with that. I'm keeping myself extremely busy with learning new things. So one of the things that I would like to say to you today, if you wanted to change things in your life from now, is to write yourself a list of all the things that you would do if you had the time to do them. In all the jobs that I've been in, most of the people you speak to, they're one, feeling overworked, tired, unhappy with life. But the one thing that always comes through from everybody is the amount of things that they would do if they suddenly had the time to do them. And we've all been given that time right now. We all have all this time on our hands. Some people don't have money, some people do. It's a combination of things. But write yourself a list of all the things, given your circumstances, given your set of circumstances is a good word. Given your constraints or restraints around certain things, what are the things that over the next couple of months you would like to achieve or you would like to try? Maybe it's an art course. Maybe it's learning a new language. Maybe it's setting an exercise routine. Maybe it's spending more time with your children, but in a positive way, taking them out to the park. Whatever it is, going for more walks. I have a number of friends, both in Cape Town and here in the UK, that I have noticed that are exploring their own cities in a way that they've never done before. We often talk about going and traveling somewhere and going and finding new things, but how many of us explore the cities or the surrounds that we're actually in? Right now, here in the UK, we're in a lockdown, so we can't go very far. You can exercise, but you can't go out of your city. What about going for a walk? Wherever you are, going and exploring what things that you haven't seen in your city. Take photographs if you want to. Start a photo album. I don't know. But for me, there is so much out there that we don't explore. We have our blinkers on day in, day out. We go to work, we come home, we make dinner, we have a shower, we go to bed, and we start it all again the next day. And it's blinkered completely. We live from holiday to holiday. We do very little in between. Weekend to weekend in some instances. I think that this is an opportunity, while it is quiet, while we can't go very far, to explore all the things that we can do closer to home that we would have loved to have done if we'd had the time to do it. You have the time. So time is no longer a constraint. So write yourself a list of all the things that if time were not a constraint, you would do. All right, some of them might be, you might have traveling abroad on there, but obviously that's not appropriate right now. Find the things that are appropriate right now for being at home. What would you do more of? What would you like to partake in? And what would you like to achieve by the end of this lockdown? So that when you do go back to work, you feel like you have used your time wisely and that you have actually achieved something during this time. Good friend of mine in South Africa, a chef, small post on yesterday. She does the most amazing stuff creatively. And for me, if you are that kind of creative person, and you are going to go back into whatever profession you're in, and it requires some level of creativity, is to use this time to tap back into that creativity and find out perhaps you've become a bit stale or a bit blocked because of life tiring you out. Take a chance. Like at home, you're not delivering meals for connoisseurs. You're not delivering a piece of artwork for somebody to buy. Try different things. Just do it and just let it flow. Just allow things to happen. But make that list. I think there's a lot of people out there who it would help. Anyway, so on that note, 15 minutes. Today, if you want to separate 555, you're more than welcome to. If you are looking for breathing techniques, I have posted some already on my Facebook page. And I think that there's more than enough to sort of keep people going. If you're interested in what conscious breathing does for your body, I've also posted a nice little article on that in the last couple of days. Please have a look through my Facebook page, Kelly Davis Coaching and Therapies. If you're wanting to book a session with me or a few sessions, for any reason, the life coaching or some therapy at the moment, if you're not coping particularly well or you just want some ideas on how to set up your year, I am working online currently, even though in strange premises, but I am working online. You're more than welcome to get a hold of me on my page or just put a comment on the YouTube channel. And I hope all of you have an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. Cheers.